Hey everybody, this is Ryan Ponsetti with eXp Realty, and these are my top 5 reasons why you may not want to use an agent for your next home purchase. Let's go ahead and get into it. These days, there's a lot of talk and discussion around agency, what you should pay an agent, if you should pay an agent. So it got me thinking, what are the top 5 reasons why you might not want to use a real estate agent? So let's go ahead and get into it. Reason number 1. There's more information out there than ever for consumers. No doubt about it, we live in the information age where you can learn to do pretty much anything online. For instance, I don't know much about cars. In fact, I know jack about cars, but with enough time, YouTube videos, and online tutorials, I could probably learn how to swap out an entire engine eventually. But just because I can learn to do it doesn't mean it's going to go smoothly or that I won't end up with a disaster on my hands at the end. In fact, I'd probably end up with just a lot of grease on my face, cuts on my hands, and an engine that catches fire as soon as I turn the keys. The same kind of goes for buying a home. Yes, you can find a ton of information online about how to handle real estate transactions, but do you really want to take on that kind of risk with something as important as buying a home? And let's not forget as well why we have a lot of information at our fingertips these days. We're also living in a time of great misinformation, so there's a lot of bad advice out there, which only increases the risk of getting something wrong and facing serious consequences. So, reason number 2, you want to save money on not paying an agent. This is about as good a reason as any. Maybe it should be reason number 1, but we all want to save cash, right? And it's tempting to think that you'll save money by not paying an agent's commission to represent you. And honestly, you would if you were unrepresented and you bought a home and everything went fine. You may save money on that agent's commission. But here's the thing. A good agent can help you avoid a bad deal that could cost you an unknown amount of money and stress down the road. We know how to spot potential issues that might not be obvious to you and protect you from costly mistakes that you could inadvertently make. But you may not be using an agent, but the seller will most likely be using an agent, okay? Which puts you at a disadvantage, of course. And remember, other competing buyers will most likely be using agents as well. So why wouldn't you want to play on a level playing field, so to speak? In the end, you may save more money than the cost of an agent's commission, and there's still the possibility of the seller helping pay for some, if not all, of your agent's commission if that's negotiated in the deal. Reason number 3. Not a fan of salespeople? Trust me, I totally get that. I'm the type of person that when I open my door and there's a sales person out there, I immediately begin coughing and pretend I have some kind of horribly contagious disease and duck for cover, okay? So if that sounds like you, then you are my people and I get you. But here's the thing. A good real estate agent isn't just trying to make a sale. We're working to get you the best deal possible. We act as your advocates, or a fiduciary as we call it. And we handle negotiations, manage inspections, and ensure everything goes smoothly all the way down to the end and beyond the transaction. Why do we do this? Because it's good business. We want you to have an experience that is as flawless as possible, because that's how we grow our business in the end. So you can think of me less as a salesperson and more of your personal advisor who's got your back. Reason number 4, you are a seasoned real estate buyer already, but maybe you've bought a few properties before and you feel confident in your ability to handle the next one solo. But here's the reality. Every snapshot of the market is different, and what worked in the past may not apply in the present. Then there's the transaction process itself. You may have gone through it before, but how well do you really remember it? It could be 4, 5, 6 years ago for a lot of people, even longer. So obviously agents go through this process all the time. So we know how to safeguard your purchase from common problems even before they arise. So even seasoned buyers like investors, they can benefit from having an agent who understands their specific needs. Investors might buy even a lot more frequently, maybe multiple times a year, but an agent who is familiar with the type of investment properties that you're interested in can help you find deals that fit your criteria and streamline your buying process, making it as pain-free as possible. And a good agent obviously understands your long-term goals as well and keeps your investments on track. It's a lot more than just opening doors when you're using the right agent. Reason number 5, you already have a property picked out. This is something that we run across semi-frequently in the business. Somebody that has may have already found the perfect property. Maybe it's the rental that they're currently living in. You might think that there's not any real need for an agent, but securing the property, finding the property, it's just one part of the process. An agent can help you evaluate the property's true value, ensure that you get the best financing options for that property, and navigate any unexpected issues that arise during the transaction or at closing. So real estate transactions, as you probably know, at multiple stages, and they have deadlines, and you might sleep better at night knowing that you have a professional that's watching over your home purchase. So in short, going in alone can leave you vulnerable to pitfalls and that maybe you didn't anticipate. And that can put your transaction at risk and put that home that you are thinking a lot about at risk as well. So in closing, those are my top 5 reasons why people might consider not using an agent. And of course, I've got my caveats in there why maybe that's not the best idea. But ultimately, at the end of the day, to use an agent or not to use an agent or finding the right agent for you, ultimately it comes down to you and your goals and your decision-making process. So as always, you can feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions that you might have, or you can schedule a discovery call with me and maybe we can talk a little bit about your future goals and things that you're trying to achieve with your real estate future. And as always, I'll see you out there.